What did they start with this time? We got Hyperrandom. It looks like we've got some island action, and the players have started with a boarding boat. Boarding boat? That looks like a longboat to me, but apparently you can board it. I don't know if the name actually means you can board it. I don't know if there's anything that I could see here that tells me that you can get inside of it, but we've got a boarding boat. Actually, it doesn't have any attack stats. Yeah, it has no attack stats. So the players are going to think they can attack with it. Guarantee you they will. And then they're going to find out they can't. Now, there are some weird ships in this game. Maybe it does do something else. See ya. And MbL just passes Lucho. Perfect. So we got MbL in the blue. MbL already bored of the boarding boat. Get it? No, that's bad. MbL's playing as the Bulgarians. We've got Lucho in the red. Lucho playing as the Burgundians. I cannot tell if they can cross here. It almost seems like they cannot. Look at this island in the middle. We've got tons of stone, tons of gold. We also have tons of wolves, so get your woo-woo-woos prepared. Get that Control C going. Because someone's going to come to the middle at some point. And it's not going to be very good for them. There are some fish on the outside. Since they started on islands, they're probably going to dock and take advantage of that. They also start with a barracks. So barracks could be pretty good for the Bulgarian player because the Bulgarian player can make man-at-arms out of that. But I think the winner of this best of 5 moves into the top 16 and basically the main event of Masters of Hyperrandom 3, excuse me. First cast of the day. And I think that MbL's probably the favorite here, but Lucho's extremely talented. Both these players are really, really good. Lucho's on the younger side, certainly motivated, talented. You'll see big things from him in Titans League, I think. Crazy how good he's gotten in such a short period of time. But MbL is definitely this player who you would expect to probably win this series. But the thing about MbL, it can be pretty hit or miss sometimes. The thing about MbL is he's pretty random, which makes me think that in a random adaptation format, he could actually be really, really good. This boar here has 500 food. Sheesh. And then this one only has 242. MbL goes for a dock on the back. Okay, viewers, Twitch viewers, oh wise ones, who give me all my knowledge and definitely do not make fun of me or, make jokes. Can someone please tell me if the boarding boat is actually boardable? Because somebody earlier said it converts. I don't think that's the case. But because I haven't seen evidence of it. Spit Oven says it's a monk boat. How am I supposed to know it's a monk boat? Are there any stats here that tell me it's a monk boat? Also, salutes, please. Welcome, Daniela. Thank you so much for the raid. Because, if this is an actual boarding boat, if you can actually board it, it's incredible for MbL's situation because he can just bring the boat forward and put militia inside of it and then transport. I don't think it is boardable, though, which makes me think, why is it called a boarding boat? I feel like it's not properly named. All right, Crassius should know. Crassius has been around a long time. He says it's a melee conversion unit. Really? Melee conversion unit. So you can convert, but you have to be right next to it. Okay. Well, they're never going to do that. They probably have no clue that that's the case. So far, we have a back dock for Lucho. And MbL also with a back dock. And both on the way to Feudal Age. Pretty much the same exact builds. The thing here, though, is that the Burgundians get the wood upgrades in Age early. Saying that, Lucho didn't even research it yet. Which isn't the end of the world. He can get it now. And then when you're in Feudal Age, you can get Bosal. So they also have a horse. But here comes MbL. MbL is making a transport ship. Guys, this is quite the journey. This transport ship is going to have to go all the way around, which will take a long time. But when he gets there, there will be some militia waiting. MbL should know the center island is there, so he shouldn't end up dropping off there, which is good for him because there's tons of wolves. And just for the sake of drama, we're going to pretend these wolves are rabid. They should probably have rabid wolves in the game, now that I think about it. Like, why not? Neither player has scouted the other player's back dock. I think it's kind of assumed that that's going to be the case, though. I think the big thing for me is, will MbL bring a villager? And he will. I think that's key. You got to have a villager with these units here. That way you can build stable archer range. Basically, I think MbL's whole game comes down to if the land damage can pay off. And Lucho is kind of the opposite. Lucho getting attacked by a bear here, but Lucho is really hoping that he can just boom with one of the best eco sips for it. He can even get gill nets and futilage. This is a nice little choke point to defend. So like I said, it just took a super long time for MbL to get here. But he is on the way. And Lucho doesn't have any clue that that is coming. The nice thing for Lucho is that Lucho does have a barracks. So if Lucho sees anything crazy, Lucho could always adapt into an archer range right away. But for now, Lucho just kind of sitting back, making a couple ships to protect the fish. Still has no clue MbL's dock back there, of course. And doesn't know that MbL is here yet. MbL's going for infantry armor. And he's building an archer range. So this is going to be sneaky archers from MbL as well. It's really important for Lucho to scout this. I think this might be auto scout. Which, if it is, we'll scout this whole area first, but maybe double back. MbL also didn't bring his scout, so he doesn't really know what's out here. Which is not great, of course. Lucho still doesn't see anything. It's pretty quiet. MbL doesn't see anything. Lucho might look here. Lucho sees it now. MbL doesn't know he's been spotted. And MbL will see the berries now. He sees the gold, but he's not really focusing on it. Lucho's got to defend. Honestly, it's not the end of the world for MbL, of course. But it's also pretty good for Lucho that he sees this. Puts Lucho under pressure, but I mean, if these galleys can loop around to the back of MbL's navy, or I guess MbL's base where he's got the fish in the navy, could be very strong. Yo, I'm Mr. Momo. What's up? Thanks for the gifted sub. Welcome. Also, subbing yourself? Talk about taking advantage of September. Appreciate it, man. Welcome, welcome. Hello, everybody else. People piling in. Shout out to people who watch on extras in the future. Potentially the main YouTube channel, this is good enough for it. So far, Lucho's got the slight edge just because of the eco. Archer comes out in time. Walls came down in time. This is still open, though. And it's about to get messy as well, because MbL may be attacked back here. If he reacts with a couple fires, he will have to defend. Lucho is kind of on that fine line where he's trying to play it perfectly. And this could easily snowball out of control here. MbL has fletching and armor already for the archers. Lucho's micro is so good. And it's going to be so difficult, though, right? Like, there's so much pressure coming in all the time. And what it should be difficult to do, he actually killed a villager back here. Should be difficult for him to also deal with water. Look at this pressure from MbL. I mean, the range units came out from Lucho, but MbL just refuses to lose his archers. These villagers are getting whittled down. Lucho's whole wood line is a disaster right now, and now he has to run as well. MbL will just want some villager kills here. He's going to get them. And obviously, the idle time's pretty decent as well. Lucho has to move to a whole nother wood line. And yeah, things are starting to fall apart a little bit for him. I think if Lucho could have just maybe moved to another wood line a little bit earlier, things would be looking a bit better for him. So I think MbL's getting what he wants here, guys. He's just creating the chaos. There's not a whole lot else happening. I don't know why Amber's calling me blind. But we can bring Amber into co-cast the next series. I'm sure Amber can help. Yeah, there's not a lot going on. MbL's defending up here. MbL moving over to the gold now. Crazy how good these guys have been with the idle TC time and their TC. And Lucho does click up. He's on double range to defend from this. MbL's has to be a little bit careful over here. Where's MbL's villager? MbL's villager is still here. That's key. Also really like how MbL's adding a couple fishing ships now. Honestly, though, I only like that if he doesn't have issues defending them. And he needs to get the fire galleys over here. When AoE2 can be cast in Braille, I'll be happy with the co-cast. Okay. Honestly, these 3 units here, guys, are going to be longswords soon. They're probably going to live very short lives, but they will have long swords. So that's nice. I think MbL will try and adapt this and boom. We would never see the Civ matchup on a map that incorporates water in any other tournament. It's the random civs that's made this happen as MbL sneaks a stable here. Okay, next person to subscribe. I understand there's some people I need to thank, but I'm doing my best. Next person to sub gets named after this vill, chat. Next person. Gifted subs don't count. We got that one sneak villager. She's basically the story of the game. And we'll see if we get anybody here. Also, Lucho doesn't have any farms yet. MbL already built the mill. Ooh, and the conversion just happened back here. I heard a conversion sound, so I think the boarding boat does convert. Sorry, not named after the villager. We can't go back in time and rename you villager at your birth. I meant, you know what I meant. Sorry, lots going on. Straggler Tree with the resub. Oh, how fitting. That's perfect. Straggler Tree, one of the admins for this event. Okay, that works. Lucho scrambling up a town center. Lucho also getting navy upgrades. Lucho might win water here, but his ship's here pretty weak. I think that might be converted. It converted! Bro, that's actually such a huge swing. That ship got 2 conversions there. So I guess it's named boarding boat because you're like boarding the other's boat and stealing it? Is that what it means? All right, hold on. Let's name this villager before things get bad. OG Straggler Tree. Thank you so much. That might have also been why people were calling me blind earlier. MbL's fish are still alive, but it's not super efficient. Lucho has a lot more boats right now. He's got quite a few fires streaming over this way. So it comes down to how long MbL can keep his fish alive and how he can use the land through this sneak villager. Love the sneak dock, though. I mean, so far the villager built the archer range, built the stable. I don't think knights are going to be doing too much right now, but also built the forward dock. MbL defending his fish, still kind of delaying any of that pressure from Lucho because the distance is so far. And MbL drops the second TC, which Lucho's already had. It just does feel so awkward for Lucho to move out and expand, though. I don't think he knew there was going to be a knight here. Now he does, so he'll drop a monastery. Look at how annoying MbL is being. I mean that, of course, in a good way. So good. He's walling in that vill, repairing, and is going to attempt to hop out with a demo. I do think, though, that MbL might lose his fish right now. We'll probably sail far away with them, hope to produce a couple ships here. But it feels kind of important for MbL to kill the opponent's fish as well, then. And MbL hops out. Lucho will be busy with this. Lucho will be busy with this. Lucho will be busy with this, but he is roasting the villagers. Oh, sorry, not villager. OG Straggler Tree. How dare I? But yeah, MbL will also, as long as he stops here, he will also kill fish. So it's kind of a fishless game where both players have enough farms to keep villagers production, but not really to get a lot of army out. MbL is behind in eco upgrades, though. Still doesn't have bow saw. A nice shot from him. I feel like it was really important for him to get this forward here. Close game. Population super even. I just don't think that Lucho is thinking about that vill. And if there's one thing I know, you can't let OG Straggler Tree hang around. I know that from community games, but it's basically the same. I feel like the skirms could be here. You bring your skirms and you bring your monks, you go here. But I think he thinks the villager's over here still because he didn't see the stable. And, uh-oh, there's wolves there. Yeah, he didn't see the stable and he knows about the other building, so he thinks the pressure's going to be coming in from the left side, which is understandable. MbL will lose some more fire ships if he's not careful. And Lucho... Yeah, both players don't have fishing ships, but both players still kind of fighting, and Lucho falling back towards this corner, where he'll have a monk to convert. That's really nice. And, yeah, he could continue to do that. And I think MbL will be happy with what he's accomplished there. Actually gets the kill. I think that's fine. Where's OG Straggler Tree at? Oh, all right. Oh, there's a wolf. OG Straggler Tree's gonna need a monk. It's a gray wolf. Luckily, it's not a rabid wolf like we said. But yeah, that villager will die if it gets attacked by the rest of the pack. They're looking hungry, man. Mothman says, can we talk about how bad it was? I never got horse color until Imp earlier today. It's all right, Mothman. We've all been there. So far, MbL is about to be there. MbL still doesn't have it. At this stage of the game, when you're seeding farms without horse collar, it can really start to add up. So if it makes you feel better, MbL's almost 3 times your elo. No! No! Woo, 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 woo. This is actually a really big deal because now there can't be any more attacks and damn. Down she goes. Thank you for the resub, though, OG Straggler Tree. Whoa! Oh, we don't need her. Screw her. No wonder she died because MbL has just brought a whole party. And this is Nikki's and Momo's gifted subs earlier. Just pretend you're all named. That's a crazy castle from MbL. Oh my god. This is so good. He's also coming to the middle now. We'll start to drop a TC there where there's plenty of stone. And just feels like MbL is just kind of setting it up time and time again. Man-at-Arms and Archers to start the game. Water follow-up. He does need an eco upgrade check. Like, I think if MbL's snagging those upgrades, I have no doubt he's going to be in a good spot this game. But when the Burgundians have their upgrades, when we already have relics come in for Lucho, Lucho could definitely hit Imp at a certain point. The issue for Lucho is going to be he doesn't actually have access to any stone. That is his stone. Okay, he could take this maybe. And there is 700 stone a tile. My god. MbL grabbing his first relic in the middle. I wanted to check just the Navy situation. I think Bulgarians should be decent. Okay, so they don't get fast fire or heavy demo, but getting Galleon and getting Bracer's nice. I think Burgundians are better, though. The Burgundians do get Bracer, they get Galleon, they also get fast fire ships, so... Neither Civ is insanely good with Navy. But as Lucho tries to clear this up, and Lucho's about to click up to Imp, it's pretty close. Now, Lucho's going to lose this TC. And so he'll only be on 2. Starting to add some fish again. But MbL's going to be on 4. And what is the plan for MbL? Okay, so MbL's going to drop another castle. I was kind of thinking he would just wait until this TC went down, then drop a Krepos there, but he's going for a castle. I mean, 2 castles is better than 1. MbL just needs time to cook. And he's essentially just taking all of his opponent's stones, so even if he loses these castles, he's on his opponent's land, he's with his opponent's stone. I think that's fine. And MbL backs away. Alright, MbL just got Horse Collar. I would expect him to also realize he doesn't have Bowsaw. Normally, once you get 1 eco upgrade, you need to think about getting the others. But actually, as I say that, it got really quiet here the last minute or two, and I think he's going to try and Imp. Maybe I'm wrong. It feels like he's idling for Imp a little bit. Lucho still could get relic number 3 here. MbL does have 2 on his island as well. But yeah, this is a fun game. Really boomy game. But, like, boomy on the back of some aggression, which is kind of what you want. Just is really going to hurt Lucho that he's so late to town centers. Or sorry, not town centers, a castle. MbL's such a stubborn player when he has a foothold on your base. It's going to be nightmarish for Lucho to push his back. And here comes the Crepost. Finally a Crepost. Yo, Captain Tinsley, thanks for almost 3 years. Appreciate that so much. Dingy Lingy, thanks for almost a year. William, thanks for the 21. Welcome. What's up, Zeta2? What's up, Bunny? Thank you, guys. It's MbL 3 minutes from Imp. Lucho already in Imp getting chemistry. So his plan is probably full gunpowder and then bombard cannons. But that only takes down these buildings. That doesn't mean you have a way to, like, move around the map. Lucho's got plenty of gold available. I mean, 3K doesn't feel like plenty, but I don't actually think Lucho's going to have a tough time pushing this back. But I think if MbL just plays around holding this and playing full water to start, just to hold the whole map, it could kind of be key here. Also, bringing Vills over here and building stables and just maybe raiding, like making some conics now. Maybe that's a good move. Yeah, so I saw somebody in chat ask. I can ask for chat's input. So there's this new, like, Twitch integration with AoE2 where you guys as a viewer can hover over and show these stats, which I think is a very nice initiative. Here's the thing. I freaking hate having stuff floating over my Twitch streams. So as a viewer perspective, for me, I watch people that have that now, and it's annoying that I have to click off that and that's covering areas of the screen. So if it seems valuable for you guys, please say you like it. But if it's not really a big deal, then I probably won't add that for now. But I'm basically asking for feedback, right? I'm different than the average individual, so. I know the civs, but it's nice. They can use it a lot in Dota 2. Can be super useful for newbies. Isn't it also frustrating for people to have something floating over their screen when they don't want it, though? That would be my concern, that people don't enjoy having it up on their screen and they don't want it. And then it's just annoying. And then, like, if 5% of viewers are annoyed by it, that's a bad play for me then, right? I'm going to look into it. There's a lot of people who said they like it. If there's an easy way to turn... If I could make it so the viewers could turn it on and not have it be on by default, I might do it. But having to disable it by default is really bad, in my opinion. Okay, but there's enough people where I'll look into it. So MbL lost his Crepost. Lost his Crepost. He's going to build more Crepost now. He's going to lose 2 castles. He doesn't really seem too bothered by that. We are going to get into this weird territory where Lucho will have to, like, leave his island at some point, right? Take the blue pill says, as a chronic lurker and insufferable know-it-all, it would be annoying. Okay. See, that's the thing. There's a lot of chronic lurkers and insufferable know-it-alls. So this is why we ask. So MbL doesn't have elite conic. He's just making regular conics, but he's getting some raids in. And he's got a 50 villager lead right now. He's really starting to split up his units in different areas. And then he's distracting. And he wants these conics to snipe the bombard cannons. Now Lucho could genuinely be having gold problems. I mean, nice shot from Lucho. He's targeted and converts with half of his units. But he still loses a bombard cannon, and he still has this to worry about. And MbL is just still full boom right now. I think it's critical, too, that there's so much stone for MbL. On other generations, it's an issue you lose your castles. Not here. There's still 26,000 stone left on the map. Look at all the raids, man. So good. The only thing MbL's really missing would be Bosal, but he has just played, honestly, near perfect. Like, he used the land to set up everything else so nicely. It's been chaotic. Again, you would not normally see Burgundians played on a map like this, but MbL got it. He didn't restart, which you can actually do if it's a bad Civ matchup. MbL looks like he's vibing right now. Look at him repair this, and now he swoops in with more conics. These things have been so tough to kill. Again, Lucho will get conversions, but he doesn't have enough. He doesn't have enough to stop the flood. I mean, maybe he does to hold this, but here's another group. And now Elite's in. So now these conics are gonna con a little bit harder. I don't know. Whatever you call it. The thump, I suppose. I think the only way MbL loses this game is if he overcommits gold to this island. I actually think Hussar would be completely fine here. Oh, castle from Lucho! Castle from Lucho! Lucho! Oh, that castle's not going up, dude. Yeah, MbL's not losing this game. Lucho, everywhere he goes, there's blue units attacking him. Look at him patrol his units over to the middle, and they just get stuck on MbL's buildings. So annoying. And here we go again. MbL says, okay, you're not going to get that castle up, and you're not going to push my castle either. More conics coming in. Lucho only 7 on gold right now. Loses a bombard cannon, loses all of his trebs. Lucho is just stuck in this never-ending cycle of pain right now. And you just have to hope for him it doesn't bleed into the next series. Mentally. But I think, logically, Lucho should think about this ahead of time and say, if I'm going to beat MbL, I'm not 3-0ing him. So, you know, it's going to be a tough fight. Just expect that is going to happen and hopefully shake it off. But from MbL's perspective, this is exactly what you want. Like, you want to remind your opponent who you are and what you're capable of. And the longer Lucho plays, the better it is for MbL as well, because he's just boosting his own confidence and obliterating any confidence Lucho has. This is over, dude. Lucho's at 100 pops, still hasn't taken this castle down. The conics are so strong. And GG. I think that was really good from MbL. I think, like, the problem there for Lucho was just he allowed the Feudal Age army to get value. I think half the battle is scouting it, but I think if the Bulgarian player starts with a barracks, you should always assume they're going to open man-at-arms. Now, does that mean you open with an archer range before you even see it? Probably not. But maybe he needs to go 2 ranges or something a little bit faster than he did. More than anything, props to MbL. He played a perfect game. He's locked in. He's playing really good right now. And MbL wins the first game. Yeah, also, like, letting that villager survive, I think he just completely forgot about that forward villager. That forward villager did so much. Because I think those docks was kind of a comeback situation for MbL, right? Because he was losing on water. I know, she had a name, OG Straggler Tree. She had a name. You know what I'm talking about, though. GG. Yo, dude, no way. Unfortunately, don't get hyped. Don't get hyped. Don't get hyped. They both started with a siege elephant here. I think there's a restart because they're not in lobby anymore. But let's see. Let's speed up. Oh, it says I'm in live time. Maybe, hold on. Maybe this is actually being played. Wait. How much you want to bet Lucho sees that Lucho calls the re? Oh, MbL's going to call the re because his elephant's going to die. And losing this is horrible. Yeah, he's going to call the re. I don't think the rules say that you can't. Ah, dude, I mean, without that re, MbL's completely dead. Holy crap. Can you imagine a Magyar scout rush backed up by a Imperial siege elephant? That kind of sucks for Lucho, but yeah, rules are rules. You can call a restart for any reason before 4 minutes. Technically, I don't want to create any headaches for the adminning team, but technically, I feel like you shouldn't be able to restart if a unit has died. Would you guys agree with that? Like, it's one thing to restart because a matchup's bad, or restart because, you know, you don't like the map or the Civ matchup or something. But, like, calling a re after just because you lose a unit's kind of brutal. But that would be too big of a headache. People saying MbL cheater? No way. That's not cheating. That's the rules. You have one restart before 4 minutes for any reason. MbL doesn't have one now. I mean, it's really coin flippy. If you have a hyper random start where you both start with the super strong unit, like a hero or something, the person who loses it is in a massive disadvantage. Ooh, okay. So welcome everybody. We've got mega random. Hyper random. I keep saying mega random. We got to get hype. It's not like hype as in hyperly random. It's hype as in viewers. You got to step up the hype. Resource on everything is random, of course, and hyper random. So the first thing I'll check, because they started in walls, is the food situation. So we have 200 food on one boar, 277 on the other. So not a lot. And then the berries have 130. The pigs have 82. So by my read, it's not very easy to go fast castle here, which might be something they would want to do because they start with the monastery. They also start with a mercenary peltast. Honestly, first time I've ever said the word peltast. You guys can maybe give me the definition. There he goes. Capture rate has been crashing, so he's ever so slightly blurred. But 40 HP. You've got some pierce armor there, which is decent. It's not the strongest unit ever, but it's a little ranged unit. Looks like an archer skirmisher type deal. We've got what I would consider to be a camel matchup, because we've got Lucho as the Gurjaras. One of the best things they do is camels, and then up against Hindustanis. So we shall see how it goes. But we've got some booming to do, and Cryptix has some sub-gifting to give. Let's go, Cryptix. Thank you so much. Let's go. Ooh, hold on. Let's not talk about subs. That's boring. Relics. They start with the monastery, right? So it's very likely they're going to get relics. We got 1, 2, then 3, then 4, then 5. Then 6. And then 7. Okay, never mind. You guys can cancel the hype. I get really excited about there being relic victory, and I thought that there would just be a couple relics in the middle, but the odds of this being a relic victory game is very slim, I'd say. Finally, we get some realistic ostriches. That ostrich did not seem to want to cooperate, but looks like he's going to now. The ostrich have 130 food. So again, you start with walls, you have a monastery. Probably want to try a fast castle, but it's not... I don't know how easy it is. I guess with the Gurjaras, you do have the berries underneath the TC. Does anyone know how the Gurjara food bonus scales with the sheep inside the mill in Hyperrandom? Like, does it pick up on if a sheep has 500 food, for example? I think it should, because I think if you put a sheep or a cow in, it factors it in ever so slightly. Yo, Ragumi, thank you so much. Thank you, guys. I'm not going to say thank you to Valorant, because Valorant isn't here. Apparently, Valorant paid for naming rights, but it's actually Twitch. Kind of interesting. I was reading a little bit about that before the stream. Not that it really makes a difference, but obviously they probably cut some type of deal. T90, it fully depends on the amount of food inside the mill. Okay, so if you had like a 15,000 food sheep, it would make a big difference with just one. Good to know. It's fully based on the food amount. Okay. I might make a video on it this week. But I kind of missed the way the Gurjara sheep bonus worked when they first introduced the Civ. And in that video, I can take you back to the exact moment they nerfed it and why they changed it. There was a team game tournament where there was like tons of sheep. And you had like everyone sending all their sheep to the Gurjara player. It was kind of ridiculous. But I don't know. It's kind of silly to me how past a certain number, having the sheep in there isn't really valuable. It'd be kind of cool if it was. Because Gurjaras have some downsides playing, but we'll see. It is going to be fast castle. Last ostrich gets pushed in here from Lucho. He is actually missing some turkeys over here. And MbL has the slightly cheaper villagers, so I guess that should help him. Hope the video says it needs buffs. Yeah, I think so. I mean, there's been a lot of civs introduced, a lot of bonuses added and stuff like that since they nerfed that. It's not like it was yesterday. Okay, so what do we do here on the fast castle? Monks might be the play. Like, if you start with a free monastery, that might be the best thing to do. But both civs are pretty good at trying to mix in the counter to that. We have stone for Lucho. Huh. Stone. So is he going to try chakrams? Are there any Ultimate Frisbee fans out there? You're going to get your wish here. That's not what I expected. T90, what time is it for you? It is 5:30 p.m. for me. How about you? Cryptic, are you... Forgive me for getting this wrong. Are you one of my Australian viewers? I forget. I feel like you mentioned this recently. It'd be half decent for Australians at this hour. I know my European viewers, it's probably like close to midnight. Australia, yeah, mate. See, I knew it. Yeah, MbL's going to go for light calf. Did the mercenary spot the stone at all? So saw the stone, but you're never really expecting stone to be mined right now. I will say this about the chakrams. If you get to the castle and MbL's just playing light calf, I think there's going to be a lot of confusion on MbL's part on what to do. Because, like, your entire stable feels useless against the chakram play long term. The pigs are going to be clicked around to the north there for MbL. All right, chat. If you're in this game and you notice that these boars have 524 food on them, are you sending villagers to mill that? That's a lot of food right there. That's 2,100 food. It is quite the journey. Yeah, I was expecting a lot of people in chat to say yes. Well, what happens then is they notice you, they bring army, they kill all your villagers, and you die. So, that was the setup. I'm sorry. I think it's too risky. I think it's too risky. You could maybe use the mercenary, though, if you're super skilled. You could maybe use the mercenary. I don't know if MbL even knows what the path looks like over here. In my elo, they don't even explore. True! But wait, if they don't explore properly, that means you don't explore properly, which means the boars never get found, right? We gotta be honest with ourselves. That's a really long journey. If this wood line was maybe chopped or something, you could maybe get it. Oh, Lucho wants to... Ooh. Hello. MbL's added scouts. MbL sees the vills. Lucho has loom. This should immediately tell MbL what this means. Lucho is probably doing the right thing here. He's dropping a barracks to get a couple panic spears. He wants a castle forward. Man, if he had scouted that gold, he could have a crazy castle. He never scouted the gold, dude. Now, MbL doesn't have loom. And it's not in queue either. So MbL wants to try and stop this with his own villagers. But MbL, you do not have loom. Here comes Lucho. Lucho's probably realizing he's got to be aggressive to beat MbL today. He's trying with the spears now. He sees MbL's vills. Will Lucho double check to see if MbL has loom? MbL is not loomed. It's crazy to be out here right now. There's the castle. Lucho, if Lucho just fights it back with vills, he wins. But he's assuming MbL has loom. I think the castle could still go up. And obviously, this is a lot of idle time for MbL. He's also losing all of his scouts. MbL's got to get out of here. Castle's going to go up for Lucho. That's still a good castle. That's still not a bad situation. And like I said, now how valuable is the stable even? Now, Lucho's food eco is not great. I respect him for doing this, though. He needs to pull all the vills off stone to something else. He doesn't need this much stone. Probably could just sell the stone and buy some food for a couple minutes here. MbL will drop a monastery. He drops the second TC, but there's a castle on his face now. Nice aggression there from Lucho. And we'll shift some villagers onto gold. Maybe a good time to start to take the sheep out of the mill and take them underneath the TC once the berries are gone, at least. He's got this issue now, though. Like, the chakrams are... You need good food eco for chakrams, and the chakrams are just not really on the cards for him right now. MbL's food eco is pretty smooth. He's bringing the pigs back home. And I don't think monks are amazing long-term. But in this instance, it could be pretty good to get a couple conversions early. What is Lucho's plan? I'm sorry, but he's going to see this now, and he's going to be so disappointed. Like, imagine if the castle goes up there. MbL would have no access to gold. MbL would have to run down here, I guess, so there was an option, but... He'd never had any scouting on that area until now. I guess that's what happens when you're pushing in your ostriches. Just realizing there's extra berries back here. Where's MbL's berries? Oh, down here. Okay. Really smooth and patient play from MbL. I mean, it really helps him, though. His opponent can't really do too much with the push. MbL getting housed. MbL, I've never seen someone so excited for a change. He was so pumped about the feature that makes your population blink before you get housed. He still gets housed. But I think he gets housed a little bit less, honestly. Lucho just hoping to get some relics behind this. Still 1 TC. Still only 4 frisbees. It's not the number you would want. MbL hoping to kill that unit there, but misses it. But he sees the monk, and he has his own monks to maybe convert the chakrams. And he will snipe the monk. MbL will be happy with that. I don't think he needs to try and get the relic. He needs to try and stop whatever Lucho's doing next. This is so risky. These chakrams are so weak in low numbers. MbL only gets 1 conversion. Okay. We got 3 frisbees in support of this, and there's siege from MbL. And another monk. Lucho can't do it, man. It's the same thing as before, where he needs 1 more unit before he could possibly get this up. Because MbL's prepared. This is not looking good, man. Look at the eco efficiency. Like, so much of Lucho's eco is walking around right now. It's actually a horrible spot for the siege workshop because you have to fire uphill as well. So I think MbL can chase this down, but MbL also could just play safe. I say play safe. It's not unheard of for Lucho to get the kills here. Like, the frisbees could actually hit the mangonel, hit the monks, and then he could hop out with the mangonel and get a big swing. Meanwhile, MbL angling towards the Imperial Age. Lucho hops out. Again, that's why you don't want to be at the bottom of the hill, though. And no. The hill's so important, man. And honestly, he can't even make the next mangonel. He just has to give up the siege workshop. All his vills come home. They're all ashamed. Like, they talked such a big game before they went forward. And everyone was expecting these stories of war and a victory. And they just come back home. They're all weak. The monks won't even heal them. Everyone's just like, who are you? MbL's on the way to Imp. Miguel! What's up, Miguel? Nice to see you active, bro. Miguel, I hope you're playing TTL. Are you playing TTL? I'm just going to call you out in front of everybody right now. I don't even need to ask. Hopefully you're playing TTL. Would love to see you make it into silver or gold. You're playing sick. MbL isn't on stone yet. There is still stone, but his plan to push this back seems to be all gunpowder. Which is just great, man. And, like, Lucho tried to play outside of the box here. But now he has enough stone for a castle, and he doesn't have anywhere to put it. Chakrams are just... I don't mind them as a choice if you have a good eco to sustain the production of them. But it wasn't really about chakrams as much as it was the castle doing damage, and the castle's in a really bad spot. Castle needed to deny that gold. When does TTL start? TTL bronze, which is essentially a qualifier for silver and gold, starts in 3 weeks. So we're not far away. Actually, I think the seeding ends in 3 weeks. I think it might start in like the 22nd or something. I've already made a couple videos on it, just talking about things, but I'll make more. MbL's Mango Micro is insane. And now watch his monks as well. Locked. Scouts are there for the other monks. Dude, what is that micro right there? How did he not lose his mangonel? Crazy. Got 3 conversions. MbL's playing insane. I kind of got on thinking this would be a competitive series because Lucho is really good. But to me, it just feels like MbL is 1 or 2 steps up, man. That was so well played. I think Lucho went for this because he doesn't have confidence against MbL. Like, he thought forward castle can just end games, and the positioning just wasn't there. But it really, it's a bit of a head scratcher to try and go forward castle and not even know the opponent's situation. Like, your gold is up against a wall on the front. If you get castled there, you're dead. So why not get some scouting to know where to go? I mean, I'm not saying it goes up, but I mean, this one eventually went up. I think a one over here would have as well. And then it puts MbL under a lot more pressure. So that's just my feeling, but easier said than done, of course. And MbL didn't get as many kills, but he had the eco. He was an imp, had 2,000 more food, and would have been pushing back that castle pretty quickly there. All right, so best of 5. We have Hyperrandom again, of course. And they have started with a Fire Archer. Lucho needs some good fortune, and Lucho has the Fire Archer lead right now. MbL's got to somehow save his Fire Archer. And, ooh, it's really close. That's MbL will maybe try and gain the hill here. They start on, like, this water arena map, which is kind of crazy with fortified walls. But having archers in Dark Age around your wood lines will be awful here. So MbL needs to save this. Lucho, good fortune. He gets the kills. And remember earlier, chat, MbL called his restart. Oh, dude. Guys, if Lucho sees these boars, that's going to be so sick. He should kill them all with that archer. MbL's going to go try and take them. Lucho, you got to kill those boars, my friend. Oh, that's so annoying for MbL. But, I mean, at least 1 or 2 of them is going to die out here, and then he can't easily take it because the Fire Archer's out there. Lucho has started with a ship, which is trapped. Which is unfortunate, but I don't think you should call a restart. I know MbL's boat could do something. It's a Lembos. Another new boat unit. But yeah, Lucho could maybe just dock back here and fish boom. There's another area up here where he could also safely dock. MbL could also safely dock down here if you wanted to. Yeah, there were 3 boars up here. 2 of them had 120 food. The other one had 340. And the 341 is going to die. So, luckily, you can still take some food from it, but it's starting to decay, and I don't think Lucho should ever leave it. MbL's walking forward. Oh, no. Now there's a wolf, bro. Woo, woo, woo. This is horrible for MbL. He's got to get the quick wall. He's got to get the quick wall down. Wolf is not cooperating. But now he needs to somehow finish the dock. It should be pretty easy. Just 1 more palisade. He's finishing the dock. Okay. Damn. Chat, what can you tell me about this boat? It kind of looks like a smaller version of the boat I saw the other day. I think this was brought in with Chronicles. I feel like it's probably like a little ram ship. It's made of wood. Well, thank you, William. Very informative, William. What type of boat is it? Is it a fire? Is it a galley? Is it a ram boat? Is it a transport? It just looks like a crappy little attack boat. But, you know, maybe it catches you off guard. There's 2 different crossings here. So there's a crossing here and there's a crossing here. Oh, there's 3. A crossing here and a crossing here. Really cool map. Whoa, what the? Wait, fire archers made it in and killed an MbL villager. What happened? What happened? I don't understand. Oh my god, MbL wanted to dock up here? Oh, dude, MbL, that's just... I'm sorry, that's just bad. You have a gate, bro. Oh, I guess he tries to save his vill. Oh, he didn't see the fire archer. Now he tries to save his vill. He then builds a palisade. He's going to lose a vill after this thing breaks through. And yeah, live time, this is just absolutely awful for MbL. He's already down 400 resources collected. And he can't kill Lucho's fish. Lucho's fishing freely over here, but his boat is trapped. Yeah, anytime in Hyperrandom you start with a non-standard unit, you have to keep that unit alive. It's so strong. MbL's got to relocate that whole wood line because of this. So, I'm not really sure what Lucho's plan is right now. He certainly has a lead. I think this is maybe just fast feudal into eco upgrades. He might just go fast feudal fish boom. MbL has no way of scouting this. It's a free pond. There's plenty of deep fish to work with for now. Lucho's going to build a second dock here, so... Imagine MbL goes feudal, just assuming that Lucho's on the river. Here he comes with another villager that isn't loomed, by the way. Now he's up against a bear. MbL gets the quick walls down. But, oh, bear's coming back. Bear's coming back. MbL. Quick wall. Nice. Yeah, like, is MbL going to try and make navy and then there's nothing there? I don't hate the amount of fish he's adding. He's got to take some risks. Oh, no! Dude, he lost the freaking villager over here to the wolf. Oh, excuse me, the dingo. Dingo ate MbL's baby. Isn't that the saying? Dingo ate my baby? I think there's a saying. It's actually, apparently a very sad story. From what I remember, and you guys can search the internet for the true facts, apparently people claimed, like, apparently this woman, maybe it was the parents, I'm not really sure, but I believe what went down was they, like, said that a dingo ate their child, and nobody believed them. Everyone thought that they, like, killed it or got rid of it or something. Because they're like, dingoes wouldn't do that. Because everyone's a knowledge on dingoes. Like, what the... Anyways. So they're like, yeah, we don't believe you. And then, like, later on, I don't know, years later, a year or two later, they found, like, the freaking, like, skeleton with the kid's clothes, like, in a dingo cave or something, dude. Can someone look that up? Did they imprison those people saying that they, like, did something with their kid? It's actually really sad. They only found the clothes. Okay. Well, either way, I think the story goes, it was like, everyone was jokingly saying dingo ate my baby, and then they found out, oh wait, dingo actually did that. They were imprisoned? Bro, that's wild. Can you imagine? That is horrible. Already dealing with the loss, and then just being tossed into jail. Damn. Well, why would you tell us that story? Why would I not? What else would you have me talk about right now? I guess there's a lot to talk about. There's a big map. It's all in the past, guys. Forgive me for bringing up something slightly sad as we watch a game that reenacts helpless and kind villagers getting slaughtered. We look at these villagers getting slaughtered like it's no big deal. These people have families too. Okay? But no, we're just used to it, so it's not sad anymore. It's not like villagers are getting pillaged. We don't think of these villagers as innocent. So, Lucho's got an insane lead. There's no other way to say it. He's taken his lead. He's run with it. MbL has no clue that Lucho has that potential. He is just now going to add some navy. And he will not find anything I guess for MbL, your best chance of winning this game, like, let's pretend it's not 2-0, and let's pretend someone just called MbL, said, hey, this is $1 billion game, okay? You win this game, you get $1 billion. Like, what does MbL do? I think you stonewall the choke point, you make a crap ton of Navy, you never allow your opponent to get water control, and you stall forever. I think, you know, then in Imp, it can become fairly adaptable, maybe. But, yeah, it must be confusing. MbL has not seen anything. It's... I guess the next question is, what does Lucho do with this eco? He's going to be in Castle Age. I think he should drop town centers and just boom, but I like this. Scouts to get map control feels like a pretty solid play, just to see what MbL's doing. It's a no-brainer, right? T90, I don't think Chinese endgame is that scary for Sicilians to deal with. Well, Chinese Navy's really good. So Chinese Navy should not be... I mean, Chinese get Halbs, Chinese get Siege Ram, Chinese get Skirms, Chinese get Cavalier. Chinese are pretty good. But Sicilian late game is probably stronger. I think they have maybe slightly better Navy, maybe. They get slightly better siege units. Cav is about the same. Infantry is ever so slightly better for Sicilians. But there's no... MbL hasn't had a single eco bonus this whole game. Like, the lack of bonuses is crazy. Here we go, though. TCs are building faster. Super hype. And MbL will see the knights. A bit weird to me that Lucho's made knights. Why are we making knights when the opponent has fortified walls? I don't really get that. And yeah, probably, I think the play is to boom, go to Imp, drop a castle on the shoreline somewhere safe so you can dock and take the water. You do have to be very patient here. Mindless Primate, hello. Says finally get to catch a stream. Salutes in chat for Mindless Primate. Welcome. First time on the stream. Glad you could make it. This is going to come off as really bad timing. And really unprofessional because this person is new. But I really got to pee. I'll be right back. Oops. Whoops. My bad. My stupid keyboard has buttons on the side, and I bumped my glass into it. It's a good thing I didn't do that when I got up. Just making sure you guys were actually watching, you know? So we didn't talk about relics. There is a relic here. I'm not certain what happened. Also, why... Is it a ghost? Capture Age won't let me click the relic. It won't let me click this one either. Are they actually relics? That's super weird. I wonder... I don't know. It's probably just a weird bug. It looks like the monk can pick it up. Okay, well, I have no explanation as to why it wouldn't let me select it. It won't let me select the TC either. So yeah, I think it's just a Capture Age bug. So I just can't select things that aren't... Whoa, wait, what the... It won't let me deselect units either? Alright, I'll restart Capture Age after this. I wonder if maybe the button I pressed on my keyboard has something to do with this. Did I just fix it? I fixed it. It's all good. Smiles in chat. We're good. Looks like Lucho's going to click up to Imp. Doesn't have a single farm. 31 fish traps. And counting. Though I think he'll actually stop there. MbL's just thinking that his late game might be a little bit superior, and he's on 4 TCs. MbL does have some galleys patrolling around. Trying to protect the relics, but he did miss out on that one. I don't think MbL still has a hole in his base. He does have the palisade there, so... Everything's still fine. MbL hasn't collected any relics yet, but he'll find some relics down here. Lucho now, I think that the safe approach is to castle the shoreline and try and just retake water and take it late, but he's making cav archers now. I mean, MbL's eco is really cooking, so if Lucho's trying to sneak across the middle, this could kind of slow him down. Like, those villagers are just going to run right into galleys. Look at the awareness from MbL. Damn. MbL's like, I see that, man. And MbL could click up to Imp. And MbL already has a couple docks. And MbL could now just like I said, camp it out. I still think walling this is a really smart play. We're probably not going to see it. But if MbL plays War Galley, it's kind of difficult for Lucho to cross. I think Lucho's hoping that he can get enough cav archers that MbL won't have a big navy. And then he can move through the middle and drop a forward castle. But, like, I don't know. Feels like MbL's going to have some time. He's dropping a bunch of stables. He's dropping a castle. He is missing this, though. His navy was pulled over here. Oh, guys. I completely forgot you can win with Wonder Victory. This is actually a perfect scenario for Wonder Victory for both of them. Lucho definitely didn't think of it, because that would be his best play. Instead of running forward, just stay at home and build a Wonder. Here come the villagers from Lucho. Yeah, he definitely wants a forward castle. He wants to pressure with the fast imp. Units just passing. MbL will be annoyed he didn't wall that, because he had the time to do so. But it's just not a normal circumstance. Lucho's gonna castle there? Okay. Okay. I mean, that's so risky, but I guess he doesn't think it's risky because he's in imp already. Super aggressive from Lucho. It's actually kind of sick, though. It'll go up. He can take the gold. The castle will actually range all of MbL's production there. And yeah, MbL's still adding navy, but Lucho already has some units across. He got the villagers across. That's kind of all that matters. I think this is a little wasteful, but the push could still work for Lucho. MbL's in imp. I mean, the Treb timing's not going to be that different, but MbL's going for Hallberg first. Damn, that's not cheap either, guys. That's 700 food, 600 gold. That adds +1 melee and +2 pierce armor. The pierce is really nice against the castle and the cav archers. And MbL's going to sneak up here. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I do feel like there was potential for Lucho to have outposts himself and never allow this. This is a way MbL can rat his way back into the game, stealing that stone and gold. And Lucho's Trebs are out. Lucho's going to go for Fire Lancers. He also has Elite, and that's incredible against cav. He's killing lots of eco. He still doesn't have the navy, but he's doubling down on this with another castle now. MbL went full upgrades before he even produced a unit here. And he doesn't seem to have the gold he needs. This is nice, though. But so much idle time. No handcart yet for MbL, so his villagers aren't really moving that quickly. You can tell he's having gold issues, selling some food and selling some wood right now. I don't know if MbL can engage here. Like, Hallberg is strong, but you do need unit numbers too. And we got Dragon Ship upgrade now from Lucho. I actually forgot the Dragon Ship existed. So props to Lucho for researching that. I can't tell you too much about it. But MbL did spot this, so MbL might be able to stop the redock attempt. MbL's got his armor upgrades. Here he goes with Hallberg, but he loses his castle, and he loses the front of his base. He can't stop this push from Lucho. Lucho's got so much army. And Lucho will just shift the Trebs over and continue to push the main base from MbL. MbL will try and be annoying, though. He's going to send the Cavalier across. Would maybe be an opportunity for him to send units from the north. Maybe build some stables up there. But MbL doesn't really have a lot of res. We have dragon ships in queue from Lucho. I think he might actually be making dragon ships from... Oh, God. What? He's making dragon ships from the back. All right. He's losing lots of vills. The Cavalier are actually killing the Cav Archers. MbL's definitely having some good moments here, but he needs defense. And he's just still thinking straight Cavalier. Hopefully he realizes he's producing from back here, because this is... That's not good. That is wasted population. More villagers dying for him. Can MbL engage and stop this now? If MbL can't stop this now, it's definitely over. You just got to fight it if you're MbL. You have no choice. Lucho drops that castle. I really like that castle. We know he has the eco lead. But does he have the army lead? MbL could go snipe those Trebs maybe. If he just garrisons a little bit faster underneath his TCs, he'll kill that as well. Lucho's, it's getting a little squirrely over here. Getting a little crazy. But I don't think he'll lose his Trebs. And he can't... He will always keep these castles up. Which means he can always just go right in again. MbL maybe needs to re-wall it. I think MbL's main win condition is if he raids the north right now. Like, if MbL sees this, he will see that. He might think about the north and start to raid over there. Lucho is losing so many vills right now across the middle. He's clearly very nervous. They're the dragon ship, so it's like a Chinese fire ship. We'll forget this is happening. Guys, that's a lot of his pop. If MbL can hold on, Lucho might get like 20 ships in there that he doesn't know about. It could be really bad. MbL is the big favorite. He's got the mental edge. He's got the fight here. Also, love how MbL's found this gold. Ooh, but Lucho's found this TC from MbL in the south, and we'll kill that. Not bad. Quite a few Vill kills for him there, too. There's a chance that Lucho lets Cavalier into his base. I've seen this so many times. You just get unlucky with villagers heading outside. Imagine the timing difference there. If MbL actually waits, he'll notice it. I think Lucho either locked the gate or isn't sending the vills. Oh. That's what I mean. Those Cavalier could be in. They're in, and there's stuff going down here, and Lucho, no. MbL doesn't even know he's in. Because he's looking at the fight with the dragon ships, with the fast fires, and with the galleys. He doesn't have galleon yet, which is really bad. But, oh, man, Lucho's going to be so frustrated. Oh, no, and he overchopped here. It's falling apart. It's falling apart. Are the dragon ships good enough? Look at him send all of his fire lancers back. He's panicked. Oh, man, these raids are crazy, dude. MbL has found the way back, dude. He's found the way back, and Lucho's got 19 dragon ships. 19 dragon ships in the corner. Do not pay attention to the stats. At the top left, it says he's got 55 military. He's got 35. MbL shouldn't go here. Delete your cav. Don't even let him know. Because if Lucho sees that, he'll delete them. Oh my god. I mean, could someone tell me how much a dragon ship costs? They seem really strong. If he had them in the middle, it'd be so different. He's still clearing it up. I can't not look at it. He's coming. He's winning the water now. Okay, they cost the same as a fire ship. Damn. I mean, if Lucho can still win this game, this will be massive. But that was stressful, to say the least. Great job from MbL, though. Like, I don't know how MbL's been able to find a way back. Whew. So, smile in chat if you use select all hotkeys when you play AoE2. Select all TC. Select all archer range. Select all stable. Select all barracks. A lot of people do that. And the downside of that is sometimes you have buildings in a position you do not want to be producing from. Now, I don't use select all dock because I can't be bothered. I put them on their own control group. But yeah, that is obviously, if you don't understand why he's doing that, that's what's happening. He did delete them. Finally. So that's, I mean, it costly loss. But he's still fine. He's still fine. 75 wood and 45 gold. Okay, so he had like 2k wood. I can't do math. He had 2k wood, 1,000 gold back there, just doing nothing. The dragon ships looked really good, though. MbL's building more TCs down here. I mean, MbL's starting to get pushed in the north. He's getting raided in the south again. He will drop a dungeon here to just protect it for now. But I think if MbL was going to win this, it needed to be on the back of everything we just saw. Lucho's got 3k stone. And he's starting to clear all of this up. MbL is trying rat mode, though. Or as we would say with MbL, cockroach mode. Little dungeons, little stables, little tread push. I think this is what MbL needed to be happening while he was in Lucho's base. That or pushing this castle back. But the castle's still standing there is a problem for MbL. And pretty soon, he's not going to have a castle of his own. Lucho's holding on, man. Crazy. It almost fell apart there, though, right? Even bigger T90 fan. What's up? Even bigger T90 fan subscribing for 21 months. So I don't know if big T90 fan is in chat, but big T90 fan, you've been outdone. Thank you, even bigger T90 fan. Wizza, thanks for the 3 months. Jessica, thanks for the raid. I completely missed it. Sorry. Or looking at dragon ships. Hothgar, thanks for the 13. I think we're all caught up. Might have missed Zacalanche. Thank you, Zacalanche. This looks over. We've got another castle from Lucho. Nice recovery. I mean, obviously a lot of this snowballed from the beginning. But still, MbL turned this into a game, and he held on, man. That castle will go up. MbL is actually getting more raids again. There's a hole here. So MbL might not quit anytime soon if he's still getting more kills. But this is still a painful situation for him. 3 TCs, a bunch of dungeons over here. His eco's still being raided. Sicilians don't get hand cannons. They also don't get bomber cannons. So the best thing Sicilians need to do is go like super heavy on food. Go infantry, cav, and rams. But MbL never really had the eco to keep up this game. He's still holding on, though. Despite, you know, population not looking too good. Respect to MbL, because, I mean, he's up 2 games. He could just say whatever, and he could have GG'd a long time ago here. Neolisk, what's up? Welcome. Echo, thanks for the prime. Coco, thanks for the 10 months. Nothing MbL can do about that fish boom. Nothing MbL can really do about any of these castles. And he's dropping another castle here just to hold this position, but I think Lucho will find that. Lucho just needs to gather up his units again and go for the main push. MbL did drop a ton of dungeons here, though. But he has no water control. The way these dragon ships, like, turn, it feels like they... It's probably because they're so long, but it feels like they turn a lot more rapidly than other ships. I think it's just I'm not used to seeing them. Also, why would you ever have such a dry roof when you're a flammable ship? Is that stuff not very flammable? Maybe they put some... Maybe they put some things on it so it doesn't catch fire, but you would think that you would accidentally catch fire to your ship. Look at that, dude. Looks like dry, like, twigs. But I'm sure they've got that covered. More TCs from MbL, towers. Just so many castles from Lucho. Lucho's got to put a stop to the north while simultaneously trying to push in the south. First Crusade for MbL. Let's go. So he gets a bunch of sergeants. You get 5 for free out of each TC. They're not elite sergeants. But that gives him a bit of army here to push this back. Sergeants are one of the better units you can have with Sicilians in late game. Lucho, if he remembered, could go for a wonder right now. Just drop a wonder in your base. Start the countdown. It's probably not worth it, though, because it's so expensive. Backseater in chat says, you know your game is hopeless when you're behind and T90 starts thanking sub and commenting on graphics. Honestly, I was going to make a joke back at you and be like, how dare you, but you're not wrong. Generally speaking, if I am talking about random graphics or you know, thanking subs and talking to chat, it's because the game's not very close. Lucho has like 6 castles and he has stone for 2 more. Crazy. And there's Elite Sergeant for MbL. He built this castle just for that upgrade. But he's got no water control. He's losing land control everywhere he goes. 140 pop for MbL. MbL, it's all good, dude. It's okay to lose. You can call it. I love the fight. If he wins this game, I mean, props. I'm trying to think for positives, though, and I don't really have any. It's not like he has more relics. It's not like he has better map control. I don't even necessarily think he has better tech tree. I think the Chinese Navy is comparable. Certainly, like, castles. Like, MbL's never getting this many castles. He's going to try here. T90, you should gift subs if he wins. Okay, give me a number. I'm interested. If MbL wins this game, I think it's fair we put some sub bets on it. How many do you think is fair? What do you think? 2.5 million sub. No. Can we remove some zeros, please? Like a lot of zeros? If MbL wins this game, honestly, I gotta be careful because Lucho has shown a tendency to throw. Let me get back to you after this fight. MbL's not fighting. So, not really sure how these sergeants are gonna do. He does have Siege Ram on the way. But man, the castles have so many kills. I'll give 50 subs if MbL wins this game. Spoilers, though, I will not be gifting 50 subs. I think. MbL will snipe this monk. Dude, he's such a pain to kill off. Refuses to quit. This is where Lucho needs to consider, like, champion, I think. Champion, Cav Archer, Fire Lancer, probably pretty good. I think this is the only area MbL can freely take gold soon. And freely is not the right word. It's not very free. There's only 3,000 gold left in the map. Lucho, come on, dude. We've got some money on the line now. Oh, there's gold up here. Lucho seems to be making progress. I mean, the Trebs are taking down the dungeons right after they go up. The north is rather worrying because there is a lot of gold up there. It's also worrying that MbL consistently getting some raids against Lucho. But MbL can't get near those trebuchets and the dungeons are going down quick. Really quick. I think the random sergeants and light cav are going to be strong. Okay. If MbL denies this somehow, we have a big swing. But I think if it goes up, it's the key to victory for Lucho. But he can't build it because MbL saw it. MbL's building a dungeon there. He's going to build a bunch of dungeons there. Lucho still doesn't see it because he's down here. Oh, he does see it. Lucho, bro. He's going to lose so many vills. He's going to lose so many vills. That's not going up. Oh, no. Oh, no. I mean, access to gold. It's 2 relics for both. MbL will have this gold. Okay, now Lucho will drop a castle here. It's fine. I think. Now, this one gets denied. I really get worried. But it'll go up. MbL's Siege Ram will not take the Trebs. Lucho can take this gold soon. He can take these dungeons down. This castle is getting freaking denied, bro! 50 subs, Lucho. Come on, man. Lucho, I'll gift you. I mean, he can't hear me right now. I would start making some deals to give him some subs. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. That's 2 doubt castles. He now has no gold income. There's a chance for MbL. MbL also finding some stone. Oh my god, Lucho, come on, man. He doesn't actually have any vills around to complete this castle. It's at 94%. And MbL's diving. MbL just wants the siege so he can hold on. But Fire Lancer, Cav Archer, just too good. Just too good. And the Trebs stay alive. MbL sending villagers across the middle here. I think he's doing select all TC, telling his villagers to go to this area. And so they're coming from the north. MbL's in with raids. Don't ask me how, but I guess there's a hole there. Lucho's gonna come finish this castle, finally. Lucho has to be careful. His Trebs are super stacked. Super stacked is not good against the Siege Ram. But I don't think MbL has enough Siege Rams. That one will go down. Look at the amount of eco that has gone down in this game. What a grind this has turned into. This castle completes, though. MbL still running in with random units into Lucho's base. Oh no, 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 oh no. The ram, the ram. The ram is dead. Swear, if MbL wins this game, you may actually see me pissed. On Lucho's behalf, though. Like, Lucho it's just gotten a little sloppy. But also, that is what MbL does to you. Lucho, you can't be taking that gold right now, bro. Well, my friend. Wait a second. Chop some trees. Chill out. Enjoy some lumber. It's Treb v Treb here. They both should be building stone walls in front of their Trebs. If only I had made a video on that. Wink, wink. I'm so worried Lucho's going to throw this game. MbL's playing so nicely to stay alive. Like, he's just pure cockroach mode, man. Like, look at this. He's killing this off with a random donjon that we missed him building. He still hasn't taken down these castles. He still has got Chukunu killing his vills. Like, can you imagine if Lucho loses these castles, though? That's the game, if these castles go down. MbL can actually survive over there with a big boom. Another siege ram from MbL won't make it to the Treb stack. And MbL's losing his own Trebs. MbL's building a siege workshop. You've got to be freaking kidding me, man. That's what Lucho's saying right now. Like, how is he still alive? Doesn't make any sense. Another donjon from MbL. And look at the amount of light cav he has. It's a tough choke point. That's a really tough choke point. And then 2 castles with cav archers, with fire lancers. Wasn't great for MbL. His units just aren't strong enough. He does garrison his donjon, though. His donjon's going to eat everything around. He loses his Treb, though. But maybe now there's not going to be enough cav archers and whatnot here. Lucho does have another Treb up here now going after MbL's castle. Lucho loses that castle. Lucho can repair. Lucho's out of stone and out of gold. MbL's out of gold, but not out of stone. He's losing a lot of vills. I still think Lucho can do this. I would have predicted like 50 eco kills in this game, max. Instead, we have 500. Crazy stuff. But what I'm not seeing is I'm not seeing MbL sending his new villagers to any important areas. Like, he barely has wood to send to. I'm seeing a lot of vills run into these random Chukunu with 26 kills. And I'm seeing his fortifications get taken out. This doesn't even have anything to back up MbL. It's just one lonely little ram. Lucho is probably realized, like, you could tell he just had that mental switch. He's like, okay, I got to get some techs now. I also have to plan for life without gold, so I have to stop making fire lancers and cav archers and go for pikemen and maybe skirms. MbL will not be able to take what's left of this gold. He did mine what's left of that gold. There's only 500 gold remaining. There is still this relic next to the Trebs for Lucho. So I guess getting that would be really good as MbL tries with 3 rams. You know, with 3 rams and the light cav, he can maybe take the Trebs and keep his castle up. No way, dude. Freaking cockroach of AoE. He never freaking dies. You can't kill him. It's insane. That's insane. He also drops a dungeon on the enemy castle just to like, kind of give that extra support. But again, Lucho will hold. And Lucho is slowly taking this down. Guys, it's not like the Trebs haven't done a ton. The Trebs have done 55k damage this game. It's just that MbL always has so much. And Lucho misclicks his army through the dungeons and through the castle. He clearly meant to click something else, or maybe he tried to click them forward and forgot. That's a big loss for him, though. MbL is walking into the... Oh, my God. Freaking MbL. I swear to God if he wins this game. Thank God I didn't say 2 million. Dungeons are going to go up on the fish traps. That's been like... No matter what has gone wrong for this game for Lucho, at least he's had that. That will be gone. The light cav are going to be through here. He's still not dead up here. He still has this line of fortifications, this line of, you know, light cav spam starting. Lucho doesn't have Halb yet. I think MbL's going to win this game. I actually think he's going to win this game. Guys, this dungeon might go down. It killed 12 units. This is crazy. MbL's got 75 on food. Lucho has misclicked a boar. That's how brutal things have gotten for him. But no, he's still pushing. He's still pushing. He's got keeps. We believe in Lucho. We believe in Lucho. Never a doubt. And he could, in theory, just spam light cav all the same, right? I guess Sicilian light cav resist bonus damage. He did deny this dungeon, but 2 of them go up, and that'll be really annoying. And now the amount he has on food is going to drop big time. Like, MbL is 1 castle, and it's still being trebbed in the north. He has no defense. Well, no, that's not true, actually. He does have dungeons. Quite a few dungeons, actually. But he's losing quite a few vills. Vills on the stone. Vills near the dungeons. Here goes MbL. These are Chinese keeps. They don't have great wall. But still keeps, I think, with arrow slits as well. And MbL only takes down 1 Treb. Finally, he takes down a Treb, though. Another random ram. MbL at it again. Can he take those Trebs? You lose Trebs now. It's like horrible, right? With no gold income. Oh! Oh! He's gonna get 2 of them, bro! He's gonna get them all! His castle goes down, though. That hurts so bad. He can't make Trebs from there now. But he takes it all. He's holding here. We got big pike spam now from Lucho. I don't know what the hell is happening here. The dungeons have completed. Sergeants that are elite have finished it. We got sergeants running into this eco. I'm seeing more eco damage being dished out by MbL to Lucho than Lucho to MbL. I'll tell you that much. It's just complete chaos. The relics are gone. So now genuinely no gold income. And Lucho can't afford help. Lucho not being able to afford help is brutal. And no! He taps out because MbL is everywhere. And even with 190 pop, he realizes this game is just a complete mess. And it's impossible to do. Freaking MbL, bro. Freaking MbL. I said 50. I thought there was no way he had any chance of winning this game. No way. No shoe, no woo, no way. So well played, though. So well played. I mean, I wasn't doubting MbL either, right? I know MbL has a crazy tendency to pull off comebacks, but dude, that was ridiculous. The siege rams, the dungeons, and just the random freaking units was so good from MbL here. Look at this from Lucho's perspective. After this goes up, and he has no answer to this, by the way. Sergeants are insane against trash units, so there's nothing that stops this. After this goes up, where does he actually have active food income? He doesn't have any here. He doesn't have any here. I guess he does have 18 farms down here. That's it. And then MbL is 104 on food. So you can look at this population. You can say that, you know, this isn't over, maybe. You can make the argument. I would like to see a player still fight on at 190 pop, of course. But I think Lucho knew. He lost control of this game. And it was really hard to stabilize from here. But check MbL's dungeons. See how many kills he has on them. 89. And he must have lost like 20 dungeons as well. He has 0 castles. At one point, Lucho had like 10 castles. I think there should be a stat with capture age for us. Guys, capture age won't let me pull up the endgame stats. I have to give 50 subs and I can't even show YouTube endgame stats. Are you freaking kidding? One sec. Yeah, I guess capture age glitched. Remember earlier it wouldn't let me click stuff? Wait, maybe I can do it manually here? Aha, we're saved. Okay. Dude, just... I mean, Lucho collected 20k more res. He wasn't able to take valuable fights, though. Honestly, what I think back to from Lucho, above all else, is the dragon ships in the corner. That's the painful thing. Because at that stage, like, sure, MbL gets in with the raids or whatever, but, like, even still, like, if he doesn't make 20 dragon ships there, where were they even? Obviously, they were here. If he doesn't make that, that's army on the field. That's navy. Like, if he has those ships right here, he's winning fights. But man, like, the random holes in his wall and MbL just getting in, the sneakiness from MbL to get this TC up. I mean, this was critical for MbL to still have chances. And Lucho wanted to end the game with the push. I don't think I even showed this. It's just like MbL would just swoop in and snipe the trebs every time. That's insane to me that these castles stood on the front and MbL never dealt with them and won this game. And the fact that he lost this and lost this game. Damn. MbL wins 3-0. GG. And MbL makes the main event of Masters of Hyperrandom 3, by the way. This was the decider.